My name is Tatewin Means, and I am the Executive Director for Thunder Valley Community Development Corporation, located in the heart of the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation in what is now called South Dakota. So Thunder Valley Community Development Corporation started from prayer, from ceremony. We're a grassroots community development organization that is really rooted in reconnecting to our Lakota way of life and how that can propel us forward to creating this lasting change in our communities so that we're no longer rooted in survival and poverty, and that we're more forward thinking and hopeful. And so, Thunder Valley works through 8 interconnected initiatives through a whole community approach, really taking aim at the Indigenous determinants of health. We want our people in our community to have healthier lives and to have longer and better health outcomes as a whole. When you look up Pine Ridge Indian Reservation or Lakota Nation, you'll see a lot of very historical facts about our people. So they make us archetypes of the history of the past, or you see very disparate statistics around, the health disparities, incarceration rates, those kinds of things that people don't find very much hope in. And so what we do at Thunder Valley is really try to change the narrative around what is hopeful and inspiring in and across our communities so that our young people are proud to be who they are and proud to be where they're from. And so, through these 8 initiatives, we work at every level of society, from food sovereignty to youth leadership development, workforce development, social enterprise, housing and home ownership, regional equity, Lakota language and education, and our regenerative community development, where our partnership with the Adrian Dominican Sisters came to be. In our development, the first phase of it, we are creating 21 single family homes for home ownership. So it was a partnership from our housing and home ownership initiative and our regenerative community development initiatives to really work together to provide alternate living spaces for our community members. When you look around the Pine Ridge Reservation or any Indigenous community or reservation across Turtle Island, you'll see not a lot of planned developments. It's really housing outcrops around anchor institutions like schools or Indian Health Service or Bureau of Indian Affairs. Our communities were never asked about what they wanted to see in their communities or what the needs were in those communities. And so a lot of the building and construction is, it's a really paternalistic process. It's told to us what is acceptable. And Thunder Valley is really making a statement with our development that we're no longer going to accept substandard and accept just whatever is available. Some of them are FEMA trailers that are only intended to be temporary housing that people have made their, multi-generation family units. We're setting the standards higher in building and just in construction, but also in the design and development of what our communities look like. So in our 34 acres, we're centrally located on the Pine Ridge Reservation. We have 21 single family homes. We have a community center and bunkhouse that's available for the broader community to access, to rent, to utilize. It's a community space. We've had a wedding in there, we've birthday parties, community meetings, tribal council meetings, the whole range of things, youth camps. And so really providing an alternative space for our community members to access. As we build out the rest of our community, we're looking at a commercial hub along the highway for our community members to launch their own businesses and business enterprises, green park and recreational spaces, office complexes, more housing, obviously. There's a housing shortage in the Pine Ridge Reservation. Of particular interest, our partnership with the sisters has really brought this vision to life. When you come from Indigenous communities or Indigenous reservations, there are facts and figures out there that less than a half of a percent of all of philanthropy goes to Indigenous-led organizations. So we're an Indigenous-led organization operating within an Indian reservation. And so it's rural, it's, poverty-stricken, and not a lot of philanthropists are looking to invest in communities like ours. And so that's that's why we value and cherish so much these kinds of partnerships, and support that we've received, um, because it's few and far between. And so when we think about our next projects, is really thinking outside of the box of how to put funding packages together when we're doing our capital projects. The phrase that we're really advocating for is comprehensive and patient capital, which is what this project really demonstrates, the willingness to combine and bring together a multitude of different supporters, and to really have each of those partners buy into this vision of what Thunder Valley is trying to build and truly trust us to do that work. And that's what we've seen in this partnership. And we're forever grateful, because how many other investors would wait on an extended construction timeline of years? And so being able to have that kind of understanding and compassion and empathy for the circumstances that we are in our communities, doing these types of innovative projects, really has meant a lot. And we really see it as a partnership. And to be of different faiths and different backgrounds, I think it's a true testament to what is possible when you focus on the goodness in these relationships, and look at what we were able to create together that will have generational impacts. And I just wanted to share that the specific home that this partnership funded, to let the sisters and the partners know that the homeowners actually is the owner is the wife of our spiritual leader for our organization. It's where this organization started. There's a spiritual circle, and that spiritual leader, his wife purchased the home. And so she dedicates her life to the service of our people and supporting him in his spiritual role that he takes within our broader community. And so being able to see that and to have them in our community is really something special. So again, I just wanted to extend our gratitude and look forward to other opportunities where we might be able to bring our vision and efforts together again.